Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Jay Encarnacion, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, we're thrilled to have Alan Stein, the founder of Kadima Careers. Alan brings over 30 years of leadership experience from top tech giants, where he's interviewed thousands and hired hundreds. And he's now channeling that expertise into his career coaching company, Kadima Careers. We'll explore his founding story, how his company is transforming the way professionals land high-paying jobs, and his vision for scaling this mission-driven business. So let's dive right in. Alan, welcome to Founders Future.
Thanks a lot, Jay. Excited to be here.
Absolutely excited to have you on. So Alan, would love to start at the top with you here, right? Take us back to the beginning for our listeners. What specific problem in the career development or job market landscape, perhaps around pay gaps or job search inefficiencies, inspired you to really start Kadima Careers?
Yeah, recruiting is broken. Recruiting has always been broken, or at least for the candidate. It works well for companies. Companies can get as many candidates as they want. They can hire, they can fire whenever they want. But for the candidate's perspective, there is an asymmetry of information and asymmetry of power. So the candidate is playing on an unleveled playing field. And the reason why I created Kadima Careers is to level the playing field between candidate and company, between employee and employer, between the underrepresented minority and the overrepresented incumbents.
Definitely makes sense. And there is a huge gap there. So glad that this is something that can fill the gap a little bit. So as far as your background, right, it's incredibly diverse, right? You had a stint playing professional baseball. You had some venture capital experience. How did your experiences with what you've done in the past really lead into deciding to take this venture on?
So first off, I wanted to play professional baseball. I can't hit the curveball and I'm afraid of getting hit by the ball. Yep. So I never played baseball, but I was director of promotions in minor league baseball for the Toronto Blue Jays minor league affiliate and the New York Mets minor league affiliate.
There we go.
So I never played, but I did work in venture capital. So across my career, I've worked for 21 companies, 29 jobs. I'm on my 8th career, and I'm really good at getting jobs. I'm also really good at helping other people get jobs. It's just a skill I have for whatever reason. And so I'm taking my expertise and doing what I enjoy doing, which I enjoy helping people. I enjoy helping people get better jobs. What I'm good at, I happen to be really good at it, not just myself, but for our clients. People will pay for it. So we've been in business for 5 years and growing our revenue quite significantly year over year as we get more and more success. And it's something that the world needs. Get the whole job landscape, the evolving world of the future of work, and everyone's all up in arms about AI and all these changes. Work has always been evolving. So it's no different now than it has been in my past, although everybody thinks it's harder, it's different. Everyone's a unique, special snowflake. But the truth of the matter is landing a job has not changed all that much. The approach of doing so must evolve.
Absolutely makes sense. Well, walk us through a bit here, Alan, about how Kadima Careers offer has evolved from when you started. So I know that you're providing one-on-one coaching or digital courses around there and who you serve as well. How's that changed since you guys started operations in 2020?
Yeah, so when I started in July of 2020, I was working at Salesforce, so it was a side hustle. I started with one-on-one coaching, and I kept doing one-on-one coaching. I kept expanding that. I layered on a cohort-based program to hopefully do it at more scale, but I found that I can't wait for an ambitious professional to wait till the next cohort starts in March or June or July or whatever. People want to start right away. So we sunset the cohort and went back to the one-on-one coaching. And then I built digital courses because I thought digital courses will sell all this passive income. And we have a ridiculously high quality digital course that no one buys. So if people aren't buying it and watching our digital course, even though it's really great and provides all the information at a much lower price, it doesn't pay the bills. So we do have digital courses. And then we developed a community product as well. So now what we do is we offer people three different options depending on how they best learn. We have one-on-one coaching with some of the best hiring managers or recruiters in the world, people that have been on the inside that know how it works. There is the community. So people can work and join the community, and we have 10 to 15 different group-led coaching sessions, either by me or some of our other coaches. And you get access to our digital courses, you get access to all our scripts and templates, or you can just buy our digital courses. And our digital courses, all self-serve, do it on your own. They're the most affordable. So if people are comfortable just watching videos, using templates, using documents, following our process, they can get a better job for as low as $79. And it really depends on what level of service and support our clients want in terms of getting a better job quickly, confidently, and with lots more money.
Well, I love that. So what is a misconception that you would like to address for our listeners here, Alan? Something around the career coaching industry, especially around its value to job seekers or its scalability as a business.
The career coaching is very misunderstood. Candidates often want to find recruiters or headhunters to help them. Recruiters and headhunters do not work for the candidate. They are employed and paid by the company. So you have to think about where their incentives are. We're a career accelerator. So we work with a candidate. We focus on their best needs. We actually guarantee in our personalized coaching program that we will get them a better job. So our incentives are aligned with our clients' incentives. Whereas if you go to a headhunter or executive recruiter, a search firm, those companies might help you out, but they're really there to get paid big money from the companies that they're representing. And they really don't give a hoot about you or me or anyone else. They just need somebody to fill that role.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely makes sense. And I know you just walked us a bit through how you're generating revenue, right? The one-on-one coaching, you got the digital program. How is that, again, structured for your individual clients? As once they come in to the door, is it something that you are sitting with them and you're talking them through, or, how does that look experience-wise for the client?
Once a client signs up with us, they get an onboarding call where they learn all the information that they have access to in our program. And it's quite robust. So we kind of walk them through it just to make sure that they're fully situated. Then they get assigned a career mapping call with a coach that makes sense to fit them with. And that coach will go in depth and with a series of questions that we've developed to understand that candidate's mindset, action plan, and positioning, and give them a good plan of action to take. Then sometimes they'll continue to work with that coach, or sometimes we'll recommend a different coach for them to work on, where they work on a series of different milestones that people need to get a better job. You got to get your resume in objectively perfect, subjectively good enough shape. You need to optimize your LinkedIn profile. You need to build out your narrative, your tell me about yourself. You need to start building outreach at the companies that you're seeking. You need to identify those companies and clarify your goals. So we work with them through each step of the process, help them develop all their interview questions to respond to their story vault. We call it, build up their vault so that when they're asked any question that they're ready to respond. And then we hold them accountable. We go over a week and we try to get them a job. We try to empower them to get a job as quickly as possible. Right now, the median time to get a job is 3.1 months, although the time has ranged between 3 weeks and 18 months. It really depends on a number of different factors.
Gotcha. Definitely makes sense. So how is Kadima, really seeing success with acquiring new customers? Right? Are you guys utilizing LinkedIn? Obviously, you're teaching that. Is it more, ads based? Is it organic, referral based? How does that look overall for you guys?
Most of our acquisitions on LinkedIn, combination of inbound and outbound. That's a majority. We also do partnerships with lots of career-related organizations, whether it be Taro or ADP List or Ethan Evans Group or lots of different groups. We're helping the government employees out that have been impacted by DOGE. So we work with technologists for public good. So I do a lot of speaking engagements at MIT and Columbia and NYU and UT. So big schools I do talks at. But so most of our leads do come from LinkedIn, either inbound or outbound.
Okay. So So with that, give us a bit of insight on how that looks. So when a lead does come in first, before they're onboarded, of course, is it something that you're dealing with? Do you have a sales team in place? What does the team look like for Kadima right now?
So first, we get people generally to come to one of our webinars. So we have a series of right now about 4 webinars a month. We're going to build that up to about 30 webinars per month on different topics. So I do a webinar on the 6 steps to get a job in a top company. We do one for LinkedIn. We do one for product managers. They come to that event. It's a free webinar. And then we offer them a taste of Kadima at a very low price point. So we have a low price point product. It's normally $249, but people that come to our webinar can save $50 and get a month of Kadima for less than a Broadway ticket. And they get that access for the month. And then some subset of them want to work with us more in depth and they can upgrade. And some of them we also will set up with our sales team to talk to our sales team to potentially close, because our higher ticket items, our personalized coaching product, we only take 20 members, 20 clients per month, and we're selective with who we work with. So we want them to meet with our solutions team, and we want to know that they fit 3 criteria. They have grit, they're motivated, and they have a growth mindset. And if they don't have that, we know that they're likely not going to work with our program. And because we do give a 14-day money-back guarantee, and we also give them a better job guarantee, it's in our best interest from a time perspective and our client's best interest from a money perspective to turn away people that are not going to be a good fit for our personalized coaching program.
I mean, definitely makes sense. You want, people who are fully motivated to be on board with you so you can really get them the results that they're looking for. So I definitely understand that aspect of it. So what would you point, Alan, to being the biggest bottleneck to growth for you? I know that you mentioned it a little bit earlier with, trying to get people into the course, right? And that being a bit of a struggle. But what is it that you think is the biggest bottleneck for Kadima right now?
The biggest bottleneck is moving from the top of the funnel to close. So we're getting very good customer acquisition. We're getting lots of good quality leads coming into the funnel, but moving them through the funnel, identifying the right solution for them, making it frictionless or easy for them to purchase more and work more with Kadima, and having effective analytics all along the way. Also segmenting and customizing the message to the unique individual. Those are some challenges that we're continuing to have. So we're good at the top of the funnel in terms of acquisition. We're good at the bottom of the funnel in terms of closing, but getting more sales calls has been a bottleneck for us.
Gotcha.
Getting more SQLs.
Definitely makes sense. I mean, what do you identify there? Do you think that is really kind of the big call? Is it just a kind of a wide array of who's coming in as far as the leads go, or is it something that you're still trying to pinpoint down?
That's a good question. I think I don't think we're being thoughtful enough about the whole customer experience from when they come into our funnel until finding out if they're worthy of a sales call. So I think some of it is the customer treatment and the process. Also, we don't have anyone mining. We have a pretty big customer database, but we don't do much with those customers once they come into our database. We don't do as much as we would like. So I think we could be doing a lot more relevant understanding of who's the tens of thousands of people in our customer database and reaching out to them and getting them on a sales call where it would be effective for our sales team to close.
Well, yeah, I mean, that definitely makes sense there. And obviously, I think, little by little, that'll continue to blossom the way that you want it to be. So with that in mind, Alan, what are you kind of focusing on, right? What are the top priorities for you and Kadima as far as growth go over the next 6 to 12 months? Where are you really keeping your sights set?
Threefold. One, we're looking to add more webinars. So that we're working on. Secondly, we've launched our recruiting operations, our recruiting agencies. So we act as a recruiter. So if Closers.io is trying to hire a new chief marketing officer, we can help them hire a new chief marketing officer. So we're becoming a headhunter executive search firm, although different than most because we always focus on the candidate primarily. And third, we've already entered the outplacement market. So if closers.io or any other company had to lay off people, which a lot of companies do, they give them a really shitty experience. They send them to LHH or Manpower or Randstad or RightSmart, really crappy solutions at a low price. So we offer lower prices and less crappy solutions when companies need to get rid of employees.
I love it. So, I mean, things are just going to be able to continue to help you guys expand. So, hypothetically speaking here, Alan, if you had a genie, snapped your finger, you had unlimited resources, what are you implementing immediately today?
We're implementing all this. So I think if I had a magic genie, it would be great to have that middle of the funnel really tight and understand where everybody is going through that funnel. Because again, we're getting lots of leads up top. We know what's happening at the end. It's that middle that if I had a magic genie, figure out how to segment our customers effectively, how to treat them properly based on their segmentation and provide them relevant, timely offers based on their profile and their intent.
I love it. I love it. So, as far as the industry as a whole goes for career coaching in general, and you have a clear focus here on where you're trying to take Edema, but how are you positioning yourself for the evolution of this career coaching industry? Where do you see it going?
We don't call it career coaching. We call it career acceleration. So we are arguably the world's greatest career accelerator. So we look at ourselves, we compare ourselves to an MBA at Stanford, where people are paying $250,000 to go in there and get a better job. So that's who we're comparing ourselves to. There's other things that you get for a $250,000 MBA at one of the top schools than what we provide. But in terms of getting the job, we are trying to position ourselves as a world's greatest career accelerator. So you come here, you follow our steps, you leverage our resources, we will get you a better job quickly, confidently, and with lots more money.
Love it. I love it. I love it. So before we close out, I just have a couple questions for you, for our listeners. I mean, this has been incredible. You're clearly, changing the landscape, and this is something that so many people need to take advantage of. So I'm glad that you came on the show. Our listeners can hear a bit more, and this can get pushed out to the people that really do need it. So before we close out, I would love to hear about a tool or a resource that you guys are using right now at Academia, Alan, something that's just been a game changer for you.
HubSpot. HubSpot's been great for us. We've been using it for a long time on the free version, continue to grow with it. It's expensive, but it allows us to have scaled up our customer segmentation, automation, workflow. So I'm generally quite happy with it, except the price tag.
We utilize it here as well. It's definitely a hefty price tag, but well worth it. And the organization is next to, it's just truly incredible to be able to have a tool like that in our back pocket. So 2 more questions for you here, Alan, before we wrap it up here. One is going to be the best piece of advice that you have personally ever received as far as it goes to scaling a business. I know you have a ton of experience in the space, but what's something that you can point to that really helped you out?
Yeah. Ideas are cheap. Execution is damn hard. So everyone's got a effing idea. It's really about executing it and really about seeing, will people take their credit card out of the wallet and pay for it? So ideas are really cheap.
I love it. And to finish it off here, last question for our listeners, Alan, what is a piece of advice that you can give to our listeners, especially founders that are just starting out, entrepreneurs that are getting into the space as well? What's something you can offer them before we wrap up?
Yeah. So what I tell our clients, own your career, own your decision. So wherever you want to go, think about what's important for you, identify your goals, put together a plan towards it, and then you own that path. Stop waiting for other people to open doors for you. Stop waiting for other people to give you permission. You figure out where you want to go, and you figure out how to get there. And unless there are physical limitations or things that prohibit you because of laws or physical reasons, go seize your opportunity, own your career, own your choices.
I love that. I love it. Well, with that, Alan, just want to thank you again. That does wrap up another inspiring episode here of Founders Future. Just again, thank you so much, Alan. The journey is remarkable so far. You've clearly done so much in your career, and I know that you're going to continue to do a ton. I mean, especially in this market where people really do need it. It's amazing to see such hard work going into this sector. And truly, the insights that you gave us are inspiring. I know I'll be keeping up with you and seeing how far you can take Adema. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Founders Future wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can also find more resources and insights at closers.io, where we're dedicated to helping businesses accelerate their growth through trained appointment setters and world-class marketing systems. Until then, keep climbing.